All right, so get this. Today we are diving deep into something pretty unexpected, I'd say.
Okay, now I'm listening.
It's the connection, or maybe I should say intersection, between garlic and Buddhist teachings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and in particular, this whole thing about sleeping with garlic under your pillow, apparently it's a thing.
It is. It is a thing.
Yeah.
And it might seem a bit strange at first, I guess. But, there's a really rich history and a whole lot of symbolism behind it.
Okay, well, now you've got me intrigued. But I gotta say, also a tad skeptical. Like, I love garlic in my pasta, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I never really thought of it as having, spiritual significance.
Yeah, I get that. Well, that's where it gets really interesting. See, in Buddhism, garlic isn't just, a simple culinary ingredient.
Right.
They view it as a potent symbol of protection, purification, and even transformation.
Okay, I'm starting to see how a simple clove could have, some deeper meaning. But why garlic? What is it about garlic that makes it so symbolic in Buddhist teachings?
Well, it all ties back to some of the core principles of Buddhism, really. Particularly the concept of interconnectedness. It suggests that everything in the universe is, interconnected, and that our thoughts and even our intentions can actually influence our reality.
Okay.
So it's not just about the garlic itself, it's about the energy and the intention that we kind of imbue it with.
So it's like a physical representation of our inner state and our aspirations.
Exactly. You got it. And it also connects to the Buddhist understanding of kleshas. Those are like mental afflictions, things like greed and anger and delusion.
Right.
Garlic is believed to have the power to ward off these negative energies. And by doing that, you promote mental clarity and spiritual growth.
That is a really interesting perspective. It's like using the simple everyday object to help you cultivate a more positive and balanced state of mind.
Yeah, precisely. And the fact that garlic is so, humble, so readily available, it also ties into the Buddhist emphasis on simplicity and humility in spiritual practice. Like, it's a little reminder that even profound transformation can come from the simplest of actions when they're done with intention.
Okay, I'm definitely starting to understand the deeper layers here. So how did this whole sleeping with garlic ritual even come about? Was it always a part of Buddhist practice?
Well, using garlic for protection and purification actually predates Buddhism. The symbolism goes way back and actually extends across different cultures throughout history.
Oh, really? I had no idea. Tell me more.
So for instance, like in ancient Egypt, they used to place garlic in pharaohs' tombs to protect them in the afterlife.
Wow.
And then, medieval Europe, people use garlic to ward off all sorts of things, evil spirits, vampires, which is actually where that whole vampire lore we still have today comes from.
That is so fascinating. So this belief in garlic's protective qualities has been around for centuries.
Exactly, yeah. And even in traditional Chinese medicine, which has influenced some Buddhist practices, garlic is highly valued for its healing properties and its ability to restore balance to the body's energy.
So we're seeing a clear pattern here. Across all these different cultures and throughout history, garlic has been associated with protection, healing, and spiritual well-being.
It really is quite remarkable, isn't it? And it's this rich history and symbolism that informs the Buddhist practice of, sleeping with garlic under your pillow.
Okay, I have to admit I'm hooked now. I really want to know how this ritual works. Like, what are the specifics? Do you just grab any old clove from the kitchen and stick it under your pillow? Or is there more to it?
Not quite. There's a little more intentionality and mindfulness to it.
Yeah.
Even though the ritual itself is fairly simple.
Okay, well, walk me through it. What are the steps?
So according to that YouTube video that sparked our deep dive, the first step is choosing a fresh clove of garlic, preferably organic. You want to select a clove that feels, vibrant, full of that life energy.
That makes sense. You wouldn't want to use like a wilted, sad-looking clove for a ritual all about purification and positive energy, right?
Exactly. And then, before you go to bed, you take a few moments to kind of mentally and spiritually prepare yourself. Maybe meditate, maybe say a prayer, or just, focus on what you want to achieve with the ritual.
Like, what am I hoping to get out of this? Am I seeking protection, a deeper sense of peace, maybe more vivid dreams, something like that?
Exactly. You want to be really clear about the outcome you desire. Bring that intention into the ritual.
Got it.
Then you wrap the garlic clove in natural fabric.
I'm guessing this is to, contain the potent aroma?
Bingo. While garlic scent is believed to have purifying qualities, you probably don't want your entire bedroom to smell like, an Italian restaurant.
Agreed. And then you place this little wrapped bundle of garlic under your pillow for 3 nights. 3 nights in a row.
That's the basic ritual, yeah. But remember, the true power isn't just the physical act. It's the intention, the awareness you bring to it.
I'm starting to get a feel for how this works, but I have to ask, what about the benefits? The YouTube video mentioned some pretty incredible results.
It did, yeah. Improved sleep quality, stress reduction, more vivid dreams, increased mental clarity, even enhanced emotional well-being. They said it all.
Wow, that's quite a list. Is there any truth to those claims, or is it all wishful thinking?
Well, I think it's important to approach these claims with, a healthy dose of skepticism.
Right.
While some people may experience benefits, it's probably not a magic cure-all, right?
So no sudden enlightenment or winning lottery tickets just by sleeping with a clove of garlic under my pillow.
Probably not, no. But there's probably a placebo effect in play. And you know what? The power of belief is a very strong thing. If you go into this with a positive mindset and a genuine belief in its potential, you might actually experience some tangible benefits.
So it's more about shifting your mindset and your energy rather than expecting the garlic to act like a magic charm.
Exactly. And beyond the placebo effect, there might actually be some science to back up some of the benefits, especially around sleep. Garlic contains compounds that can actually promote relaxation and have calming effects.
Really? So it's not just all symbolism and energy. There might be like real physiological effects going on too.
Yeah, precisely. And what I find really interesting is how this really simple ritual can actually enhance other spiritual practices like meditation or mindfulness.
I can see that. The act of preparing the garlic and placing it under your pillow could become a mindful ritual in itself.
Exactly. Picture this. You're meditating before you go to bed. You're focusing on your intentions, on protection, purification, inner peace. And then you place the garlic under your pillow, knowing it's this physical reminder of those intentions throughout the night. It can deepen your connection to the practice, create a sense of continuity between when you're awake and when you're asleep.
That's a really powerful visualization. It's like the garlic becomes an anchor for your intentions, helping you carry that mindfulness into your dreams.
Right. And the video also mentioned using affirmations and mantras in the ritual to kind of amplify those intentions even more.
So it's not just meditating on your intentions, but like actively voicing them.
Precisely. And it suggests creating a sacred space in your home for the ritual, like a small altar or something, to enhance its effects.
So you're intentionally setting aside a place specifically for this practice, imbuing it with even more meaning and focus, like building this little energy hub for positive intentions.
Exactly. And they even mentioned aligning the ritual with, get this, lunar cycles. Full moon for purification, new moon for setting intentions.
Wow. There's so much depth to this seemingly simple practice. It's pretty amazing.
It really highlights how even just everyday objects can become really meaningful and purposeful when we approach them with intention and awareness.
This is making me rethink my entire relationship with garlic, that's for sure. But what I'm really getting from this is the real power comes from within. Like the ritual is a tool, but the transformation that comes from our actions, our choices, and our mindsets.
That's a really powerful insight, yeah. And it reminds us that we have the ability to shape our own reality.
So, okay, maybe garlic under the pillow isn't going to magically solve all our problems.
Perhaps not magically, but it might be this really unique and symbolic way to enhance our well-being and maybe even tap into our inner potential.
I love that. So it's about embracing the power of intention and finding the tools that really resonate with us individually on our own journeys.
That's a great way to put it.
But before we go too far down that road, I am curious to hear how this whole garlic ritual thing fits in with like the broader context of Buddhist teachings.
That's a great question. And it leads us to a really important point. You see, while this garlic ritual might seem really intriguing and all, it's not really a core practice in Buddhism. It's more like a folk tradition. It's been passed down through generations, especially in areas where garlic is like readily available and has that cultural significance.
So it's not something you'd like read about in traditional Buddhist scriptures or teachings.
Not really, no. But it does reflect some of the underlying principles of Buddhism. The emphasis on mindfulness, intention, and the interconnectedness of everything.
That makes sense. So it's more like a folk practice that's kind of absorbed and embodied some of those core Buddhist concepts over time.
Exactly. And even though it might not be like mainstream Buddhism, it's still a fascinating example of how everyday objects can take on this spiritual meaning. almost like tools for personal growth.
For sure. It really shows you that spirituality isn't just limited to temples or formal rituals.
Right.
It can be found in the simplest of things, even in a clove of garlic tucked under your pillow.
Exactly. And, that brings up a really interesting question. If the true power lies in intention, what other everyday objects could we use? Like imbue them with meaning and purpose to try and enhance our well-being.
Ooh, I love that question. It's like a challenge to look at everything around us with fresh eyes. See the potential for symbolism and intention.
Yeah. It's about recognizing that we have the power to create our own rituals, our own practices, things that resonate with us personally.
So instead of just accepting things as they are, we can actively engage with our surroundings and shape them in a way that supports our well-being.
Exactly. And, it can be really simple. Maybe choose objects that make you feel good or that bring back good memories. Maybe arrange your space in a way that feels peaceful and harmonious. Or even just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful everyday things are, how functional they are.
It's about being intentional and aware, even with the mundane, turning it into something meaningful. I feel like we've uncovered a whole new way to look at the world.
I think you've hit on something really profound there. We so often take the ordinary for granted. But what if we could see the potential for symbolism, for intention, in everything around us?
Exactly. What if we could actually imbue our surroundings with a sense of purpose, turn our homes into these little sanctuaries? It's almost like we're alchemists, transforming the mundane into something magical.
That's a beautiful way to put it. And what's so great about that idea is that it's accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
You don't need fancy tools or expensive ingredients. It's all about changing your perspective, engaging with the things around you in a more mindful way.
It's about bringing intention to the everyday. So if we're thinking about our homes as these potential havens of well-being, what are some other things we could use? Besides garlic, obviously.
Well, let's start with something really simple. Light. Think about candlelight. It creates a sense of warmth, intimacy, tranquility.
Right.
And candles have been used in rituals and ceremonies across so many cultures for centuries.
True. Candles are my go-to for creating a cozy atmosphere. But I never really thought about them having deeper significance.
Well, in a lot of spiritual traditions, candles symbolize light, hope, dispelling darkness. Lighting a candle can be a symbolic act, like you're inviting positivity and clarity into your space.
I love that. It's like a physical manifestation of setting an intention. And you know what else? Crystals. They're not just pretty decorations, right? People believe they hold specific energies, vibrations.
Absolutely. People have used crystals for healing and spiritual purposes for thousands of years, and different crystals are associated with different properties. Some promote peace and tranquility, others enhance focus and creativity.
So you could choose crystals that align with your intentions and place them in certain spots around your home.
Exactly. So for example, amethyst is known for its calming and soothing energy, so maybe it's a good choice for the bedroom. And rose quartz is all about love and compassion, so you might put that in a space where you connect with loved ones.
Oh, I'm so into this. It's like creating your own personalized energy grid in your home. What else are we overlooking?
How about something as simple as a houseplant? They bring life energy into a space. They purify the air, connect us to nature. They create a sense of peace and tranquility.
And they add a pop of color. But beyond that, there's just something really grounding about having plants around,
Absolutely. And even caring for plants can be a mindful practice. It teaches you patience, attention, a connection to nature.
It reminds you that growth takes time, it takes nurturing. Okay, so we've got light, crystals, plants. What about sound? We talked earlier about music and nature sounds for creating a relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah, sound is incredibly powerful. And there's a whole world of sound healing out there. Things like Tibetan singing bowls, binaural beats.
So we could use sound to shift our energy, create a more harmonious environment.
Exactly. Even something as simple as listening to calming music or nature sounds can really affect your mood and your energy levels.
Oh, for sure. I always feel more relaxed when I listen to rain sounds or ocean waves. It's like instant tranquility.
Right. And if you're feeling more adventurous, you could try using tuning forks or singing bowls. The vibrations are believed to help balance your energy centers.
Okay, I'm putting singing bowl meditation on my to-do list. This is amazing. We've gone from garlic under the pillow to a whole symphony of possibility.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really shows that the power to create a more mindful, intentional life is all around us. It's in the objects we choose, the sounds we listen to, the way we interact with our environment.
It's about recognizing the potential, the meaning, the purpose in the everyday, and empowering ourselves to take control of our well-being.
You said that beautifully, and I think that's a perfect place to pause for. We've talked about garlic symbolism, the rituals, and how we can bring intention to the things around us.
We started out skeptical, and now I feel so inspired. And honestly, I don't think I'll ever look at a clove of garlic the same way again.
I have a feeling you're right about that. Who knows what other everyday objects are out there just waiting for us to discover their hidden depths.
That's what I love about these deep dives. They remind us there's always more to learn, more to explore, more to appreciate about the world and about ourselves.
Absolutely. And on that note, we'll leave you with this. What everyday object will you imbue with meaning and intention today? That's a great question for everyone to think about. It really invites us to look at our surroundings in a new way and discover that hidden potential, the potential for transformation in the everyday.
I love that. It's like even in our busy, sometimes overwhelming world, we can find a little bit of magic, a little enchantment.
Exactly. And it's a reminder that we have so much power to shape our own reality.
Yeah.
Not just through big actions, but through the small, intentional things we do every single day.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into sleep rituals and the unexpected symbolism of garlic, what final thought would you leave our listeners with?
I'd say don't be afraid to experiment a little. Be playful with it. Try new things even if they seem a bit unconventional. Explore different rituals and practices. Draw inspiration from different cultures. And most importantly, trust your gut. Listen to your intuition.
That's such great advice. It's about trusting that inner wisdom and finding what really speaks to you personally.
Absolutely. And remember, self-discovery, it's a journey. It's not a destination. There's always something new to learn, to explore, to appreciate about the world around us and the power we have within.
Well, thank you so much for guiding us on this deep dive. It's been truly enlightening and inspiring.
It's been my pleasure. Sweet dreams.
And to all our listeners out there, may you have restful sleep, vivid dreams, and days filled with intention and purpose. Until next time, keep diving deep.